Hey guys, Dan Book McNugget, and let's talk about Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. I'm going to say that this is like The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. It's kind of along those lines. This is created and written by Charles Soule, and basically him and the illustrators were the same people that worked on The Death of Wolverine. I don't remember if I ever did a video on that one or not. But we're here to talk about Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. This collects single issues numbers 1 through 3, so it was only a 3-issue like mini-series, whatnot. And I'm not gonna lie, I usually when I see some kind of company trying to do something that's not very original, usually I'm kind of against it, but I really enjoyed this one. This takes place in the distant future, and Matt Murdock no longer has his powers, so he is not the Daredevil. He runs a soup kitchen in Hell's Kitchen, and they don't really go into too much detail. They don't really explain. They keep referring to these people by initials, and the world is different. Like some kind of war had happened, and it's poverty, and everybody's struggling to get by, and there's terrorist bombings, and Daredevil gets his powers back, and we see a really super old Steve Rogers, Captain America, and he's trying to save some little blonde-haired girl named Tyra, and she has this ability, and I guess she's the hope for the future, but they never really explain why, so it's kind of vague. It's very vague. There is a major Daredevil villain that is the enemy, the villain, the major villain for this story. So it was interesting. I like the final fight scene. I'm going to be careful not to share too much. And then there's some other people that are from Hell's Kitchen that also appear in the storyline. And you got to read it to find out. I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. I love this. I thought it was really good for such a short story. Yes, it was kind of vague. It didn't really explain a lot was going on in this universe, why things were the way they were. If they would have fleshed it out a little more, I think it would have been a lot more enjoyable. But it was good, and I'm hoping maybe they'll revisit this in other books. Maybe we'll get to see Captain America or the Punisher and all that. Just my thoughts on that. So Charles Soule, if you happen to see this, hey, give us some more of this universe, because that would be cool. I will have a link to Amazon down below if you want to check this out. It is a hardcover. I'm also going to throw it on my coffee link if you wouldn't mind buying me a coffee or two. And that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, later.